Good morning, everyone. So, big reveal. There it is, the two halves of the helmet. So you can see one here and one here. So as you can see, I was able to break it off completely without any trouble. Right there on the very top, there's the very tip broke off, right? You can see on the other side. Here, that's the tip right here, worked, and here just the teeny bitsiest bit broke off on the front. I hope I will be able to fix that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to leather the plaster with, it's sort of like a separation fluid that will separate the layers, so I can break everything off the plaster later on much more easier. And it's also important because otherwise the epoxy will eat itself into the plaster and destroy the plaster. So because we need the plaster, right, so we can't let that happen. And yeah, that's the first step now, so there we go. This is the thing that I'm going to be using, the liquid, and as you can see, it's like a waxy sort of thing, and I've never worked with this, so we're going to find out how it looks like. Let's see how it looks like. Okay. Probably shouldn't. This is what it looks like. I have no idea if you're supposed to heat it up or something. I hope not, because it's not. I think it's working. It says precisely not to stick your hand in, so don't do what I just did. Oh, it smells. I'm gonna look for some gloves. Okay, the gloves are not really safe with themselves, but some of the fingers are. They are way too big for me. Not really working. First one is done, and I actually think you can see the difference. Well, I can see them. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but so this is the helmet that doesn't have anything in, right? And this is the one that does have. So I think you can see this one is darker and looks a bit blue, maybe. There you can see the product. It looked like completely absorbed. And there you can see that this looks a bit different than this side. Alright, let's keep going. So now we're going to use the putty. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Did you touch it? Alright, Dad.
Not good.
You use this for...
Yes.
Do you have gloves?
A little bit.
Okay. put it on there.
Yes.
And then we
Where's,
use
the
wet.
wet
It's here.
wet?
It's here. Epoxy. There you go. No?
Oh, it's a harder.
It's the hardener. Oh, okay.
Hardener.
The härter.
Yes.
Just a bit.
Oh, it's
Looks like
very
toothpaste.
nice color.
It looks like toothpaste. And then you... Aber ganz fein soll das nur sein. Like a very, very thin layer. Alright, the putty was a blow, so it just didn't stick at it at all. So I did another separation layer. And now we're going to hope that it is enough for the epoxy not to eat itself into the plaster. But yeah, the putty just was a total blow. Just didn't work. So now we're going to... Okay. And then we're going to mix it with the hardener. And then we have to put the pieces of the glass fiber on. I think it should work. Ja, ein paar habe ich extra für die Ecken. Und immer, dass sie so ein bisschen überlappen, ne? Okay. Sieht gut aus. Dann, ja, ich mache das erstmal. Oder soll ich das jetzt machen?
Ja, noch habe ich Spaß.
Okay.
Du kannst es gleich ganz viel machen.
He has fun doing it, so he will keep doing until he doesn't have fun anymore.
That's mine.
You're precious.
My work.
It's your precious. It's really interesting fluid. Looks a bit like caramel,
Yes.
but don't eat it. So you mix it up real good. Oh, you put it over that. Alright.
Der Pinsel ist gut dafür.
Okay. Make sure it's smooth. Alright. Ja, es sieht aus, als würde sich das an einigen Stellen so ein bisschen in den Gips reinfressen. Siehst du das? Aber ich hoffe, das hält genug. Ich habe es echt nochmal... Hä?
Ich hoffe, es hält nicht.
Ja, okay. Ja. We hope it works. Da müssen wir halt aufpassen, dass wir da genau in diese Kuhlen kommen.
Du kannst das so rüberlegen. So.
Ja, ja. Okay, so. remove the first layer on this side, so I will go ahead and do the other helmet now, the other side. Alright then, you can see the finished helmet. I used way less product on this side, which is a good thing. I think I had way too much on this side. So I think this will take a long more time to harden than the other side. Also, as you can see here, the dark places, this is where the epoxy is going to eat into the plaster and where I have to send off the plaster later, which will be great fun. And I did more of the separation wax on this side. I did a second layer, and there's just tiny bits, maybe there you can see something, but the rest is going to go off when I need it to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut out your horns, and this is Styrodur, which is better than styrofoam actually. And yeah, so I'm basically gonna paint them here, and then I'm going to cut them out with like this lovely tool. Alright, so I'm currently doing the second layer of the glass fiber, and the first layer is nearly hard, as you can hear. It's like,
Yes, we look.
yeah. And yeah, I have like I already found like bubbles here, for example. So
That's not good bubbles.
they are awful, but I mean, it's my first try. And I have to work really fast with the liquid because it keeps hardening on me too fast. So see how I do the overlap thing? And I stopped working gloves because I cannot control my hands that well with gloves. But yeah, you put one layer down, you put the liquid in, then you put the glass fibers in, and here make sure you get around this crevice here, right here. And then
Is this one okay here?
yeah, this is the finished one. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can put more hardener over the top.
Okay. Not 2%, 4%.
I put, yeah, with the liquid I put more of the
Yes.
hardener in there because it was just not enough. So you have to work really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. And now it looks more like honey and not as bright as it did before. Okay. So I'm just hoping I'm actually in the right places. Come on, what's it? Was ist das denn? And make sure you cut really small pieces of the fiber because otherwise there are even more bubbles, and you don't want bubbles because when you send it later you're going to scream in agony a lot. Alright, so we're going to leave this to dry overnight, and then tomorrow we're going to build the bridge between those two. Because we don't have time anymore to do this. Alright, so we went to the movie theater, we saw The Post, and now we have to stick the two halves together. So this half is really wonderful, and then we have this half, which is not as wonderful, but I think it will be okay. Alright. Yeah, so we're gonna stick those together now. And we're probably going to use putty to stick the two halves together. And then we're going to build a bridge out of fiberglass. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so before my hands are full of epoxy again, I'm going to show you. We sealed off the rift between the two halves with putty, and now I'm going to attempt to build a bridge between the two halves with fiberglass, glass fiber. I always get those two mixed up. And I have to watch out because this part here broke off, right? I told you, so we have to make some corrections there. It looks so small. I'm worrying that I don't fit in it, but it should fit. Oh no, a hand. Oh no, a man. Oh no. So I did one layer, and it's still slightly sticky, but I'm still going to do the second layer for the bridge here, because it's almost 10:30 p.m. and I just don't have time. So, and this needs to dry tonight, so tomorrow I can break it apart and see if I'm going to cosplay Hela for the Leipziger Buchmesse or not. So tomorrow's the day. So this is why I'm going to do the second layer now, so that we can go home, because I don't have time for it to let it dry until it's completely dry, and I'm just hoping that it is okay now to do the second layer. I have no idea if it actually is. I'll probably see tomorrow, but I just want to get it done, and yeah. So. Alright, so you're going to sleep now, and me too. And then tomorrow we will free you from your cage. Yay! Bye!
Bye.
Alright, so it's the next day. This is how the helmet looks from inside. You can see the glass fiber is fully dry. So I'm still worried that this is too, I don't know why I am, but it should work. So okay, my dad is going to take a hammer and just really carefully is first smashing the bridge that we built. Ooh. Okay, it really breaks off really well. Wow. Wow, that works really well.
Klebt hier noch.
Ja? Oh oh.
Das ist aber normal, weil
Still
da kam ja keine Luft dran.
On that side, because there was no air. Look how well this breaks off. My gosh. Wow.
Total.
Wow. This is it. Oh, ich habe irgendwie Angst, es ist zu klein. Das muss ich das halt irgendwie feiern, ne? Okay.
Okay, this is my bully. My daughter had this here, this paint here. And here's my daughter. Yes, it's great.
It fits! Oh my gosh!
Yes, it's good.
It almost fits like snug like a glove, and I haven't seen it like a bit off center, right? This is not completely in the middle.
No, it's no problem.
No, that's no problem. We can fix that, but you can see the details even.
Yes, good.
So here and here, I can feel them. I didn't see them yet. I can feel it. It's a bit sticky still because no air could get to obviously this side of the helmet, but it's really light and I can actually take it off and put it on again. So yeah, it's a bit off center, but we can fix that. And the rest looks really nice. Like, yeah, I know there's air bubbles everywhere.
That's no problem.
Fine. That's no problem. And yeah, and the separation layer. Hello.
Oh.
The separation layer worked really well, and it just got off like perfectly. Wow, and I'm so amazed you can see the details that I made. Wow, that's just crazy.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna sandpaper it.
Yes.
Yay.
We look. Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Where is it? Ah!
Hey,
That is nice here.
Yesterday we tried to sand these with a machine,
Yes.
but my dad nearly lost a finger, so we didn't do that.
Hey, it's the beginning from spring!
Oh yeah, it's really nice right now because it was freezing all the last days, and today it actually jumped up like 10 degrees, so it's really nice. I'm doing this outside today. And if you come closer, so okay, there's one that I already sanded,
Okay.
and this one is not sanded,
Oh, good.
so you can see
Yes.
I made the edges a lot smoother, and I'm using a very fine, whoops,
Yes.
a very fine sandpaper, not a rough one, really fine.
What fine is it? It's
It doesn't say.
you look.
Oh yeah,
220.
220.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it goes really well with this. And yeah, here as you can see there are some
Yes,
holes.
yes. Mhm.
I think we can fix that later.
Du kannst mit dem Feinspachtel vielleicht gucken.
Yeah, we might use putty for that, for those
Yes.
holes. Yeah, we'll see how we do it. Maybe the holes are okay too. I don't know. We'll see later.
Yep.
Depends
No
on
problem.
how it looks like later. So those are the ones I already did,
Okay.
and those are the ones I still have to do. So
Nice. Bye.
bye. All right, hey guys. So, hey, this is it. Right, the helmet for the headdress, and as you can see, I'm trying to align this now. So this is a lot more cut out, so I have to use like heavy duty sandpaper. Like, what's that? I don't know, I can't read the number. Sorry, I got a piece without the number. So I'm using this to get a clearer cut here. And I've already done some work here, so this is a lot more center than it was before. It's getting there, so hopefully I'll be done by the end of today. As you can see here, I'm currently trying to fix the issue with the symmetry of the head.
Yes.
Because hello cameraman.
Hello.
He has opinions. And so what I'm doing, because this side is a lot more cut out than this side, so I'm trying to achieve this with some heavy duty sanding paper. And yeah, so I already did this, so you can see here this side, right? And I want to achieve the same effect on this side. And it's it already looks a lot more like this, but I'm trying to sand a bit more here. And then for the symmetry, it actually is fixed. Like, this is already the point that goes from here over my nose. So this works. I just have to smoothen the edges a bit, and then afterwards we're going to take putty and we're going to put it over the head, because there's still some air bubbles. I had problems with that while I made this, right? So it's not smooth all the way through. Like, this side is a lot better than this side, but I still need to put some putty over, and it just about fits me, this helmet. Like, I can move this here, it gives a little way, and then I can put it over my ears like this. So you can see, right? I need to adjust. Yeah? So this should be symmetrical, but you can also see that this side is a bit more cut out than this side, and I want to try to make this edge on this side with putty. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, we'll see. Alright. This is how the helmet looks now. I've first did one layer of putty, and then I sanded the putty off again, and then I did a second layer of putty. So this is the smooth part, and then here I don't know what I was doing, but it wasn't so nice anymore. So I have sandpaper, both very rough sandpaper and not so rough sandpaper, and I'm going to sand this helmet off later at home. And yeah, then I'm hopefully going to be ready to paint it. So but you can already see like this is so much more smooth than it was before. So yeah, I'm proud of that. And I cannot do another layer of putty, one because I don't want to, and two because it has to be a bit more flexible down here, because I need to be able to move this a bit to get in, otherwise it won't go over my ears, and that's not such a good idea. And I have to make sure inside that everything is smooth, and then I have to stick a bit of like something soft up on the very top, but not on the sides. It's perfectly neat on the sides, just tiny bit on the top, and yeah, then I'm done with the helmet. Then I can paint it and put the antlers on, or the horns, or whatever you want to call them. So yay!
Die Frisur hält. 3 Wettertaft.
Now I'm going to sand the helmet down one more time. I've already sanded it once and then applied one more layer of putty because there were still some very, very rough edges that I had to smoothen out. So you can see I already started here. I already did with the rough sandpaper, and this is the not sanded part yet, so you can actually really see the difference. It works really well. You start off with this rough sandpaper. I believe it's like 120p 120, and then later you do the P220 sandpaper, the softer one. Like this one is really, really rough. So yeah, and you just sand it down. Lots of patience, and there you go. Alright, so you can see the helmet after I spray painted it. You can see the dents and some of the edges and everything, but for me there's no way to make it completely smooth, and I've been sanding this for a long time, so I decided I'm just gonna spray paint it now, and I'm gonna be done with it, and I'm gonna take what happens, and I'm actually quite happy with it. I mean, it does not look perfect, but I think that's not what I strive for? Question mark? Maybe I do, but yeah. And now for the styrofoam. Apparently I can't spray paint it. It's just dissolving. So I have to find a different way to paint them black. And yeah, I'm glad I tested this out with like a test thing. This was a test strip, and it just dissolved. Yeah, so I have to find a different way now to spray paint those, but I think I will. There's going to be a way. And yeah, this one is basically done. Yeah, great.
Hela!
Hi. Ich bin hier, weil ich mich beschweren will. Und zwar finde ich, dass mein ganzes Leben bisher ziemlich unfair verlaufen ist, oder? Und das hat alles mit meinem Vater angefangen, ja? Zum Beispiel in meiner Kindheit, da hat er mit mir schon so Spiele gespielt, wie Siedler von Asgard, Planeten versenken und natürlich der Klassiker Call of Asgard. Dann ganz plötzlich, ich weiß nicht, ob der beim Life-Coach war oder was auch immer, jedenfalls ändert er sein komplettes Leben, ja? Und anstelle mit mir da in Ruhe drüber zu reden, schickt er mir einfach mal sein Elite-Kampfkommando auf dem Hals. Macht man ja so, ne, als Vater, und sperrt mich dann ein. Jedenfalls dachte er sich dann wahrscheinlich, naja, mit einer Tochter hat es halt nicht so gut geklappt. Ich probiere es mal mit Söhnen. Ich nehme direkt 2, wenn alles schief geht, dann habe ich immer noch eine Reserve. Ne? Den einen Sohn klaut er auch erstmal irgendwo her. Und tut aber das ganze Leben von diesem Sohn so, dass dieser Sohn auch genauso gut ist wie der andere. So, ja, Loki, du darfst auch mal den Thron haben. Ja, als ob. Als Zusammenfassung kann man halt sagen, ich finde, Odin hat auf ganzer Linie als Vaterfigur versagt, oder? Also so als was ist das denn überhaupt? Warum hat er sich das angeschafft? Dann soll er halt keine Kinder kriegen. Ich bin mir auch bis heute nicht sicher, welchen von den beiden der adoptiert hat. Habt ihr uns schon mal nebeneinander gesehen, so alle 3 nebeneinander? Eins ist nicht wie die anderen beiden. Ich habe da so meine eigene Theorie, ja? Ich glaube nämlich, dass Odin gesagt hat, boah, ich hätte voll gern einen Golden Retriever. Jedenfalls bin ich jetzt auf der Suche nach einer besseren Familie. Ja? Also falls ihr da irgendjemanden kennt oder falls ihr in Frage kommt, dann, oder ihr könnt mich auch auf Twitter anschreiben, da heiße ich Odin stinkt. Aber meldet euch bitte nicht, wenn ihr Martha heißt, denn ich habe schon gehört, so aus anderen Universum, das ist kein sehr gutes Omen. Ja? Dankeschön.
Applaus für die Göttin der Unterwelt, Hela.